Hey, what's up? It's Lisa. Today I am going to be juicing. Um, I have a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables that I got from Aldi the other day, so I'll be juicing that and I'll just bring you along and show you how I do it and the fruits and vegetables that I got. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. So before I get started, I just wanted to show you I got ginger, I have lemons. Next time I will probably get limes because that's on Dr. Sabi's list, but I already had lemons. So I'm just going to use what I have. Of course, I have mango, which is my absolute favorite fruit, which I'm so glad that it's still on Dr. Sabi's list because I don't know what I would do without my mangoes. My other favorite fruit is pineapple, but unfortunately that's not on the list, but I love pineapple. So this will probably be my last juice with that for a while. And I have oranges, and I'm not sure, I don't think they're on the list either, but I already had this stuff before I decided to go on this alkaline diet, so I'm going to use what I have. I think that's about it to make my juice. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start, I have, of course, my cutting board. I have two different knives. I'll probably be using this one. It's my favorite. I have a bowl with a trash bag in it to catch all the extra stuff that I don't need when I cut up the fruit. And then I have a bowl with where I can just put, like, after I cut up the fruit, I can just pop the fruit in there. And it doesn't matter, it's going in one place anyway, so that's what I have. So to start off with, I'm going to cut up my pineapple, and I want this to be last because when you're juicing, you want your heavier ingredients on top to push down the rest of the ingredients. So since how the pineapple is heavier than the mango and the oranges and stuff, I want them at the bottom of my bowl, so it'll be the last thing that I get to pour into it. Now, I don't have to cut these up like real specifically because the juicer is going to take care, get rid of most of the extra pulp, but I just want to make sure that I'm not getting the taste of the pineapple rind. And I know that you can do things with pineapple rinds, I just haven't figured out what to do. So unfortunately, all that good pineapple rind had to go to waste, but I'll be figuring out how to use it because I like to use everything. So once all the outside is cut off, I like to split it in two and then cut it or slice it into pieces, and then I chop it. You want it to be kind of, I mean, it doesn't have to be like super small, but it has to be able to go through the juicer easily. So this is my way of making smaller pieces. Absolutely love pineapple. Like, it's just like a ray of sunshine when you drink it. Like I said, unfortunately, it's not on Dr. Sabi's list, so this is the last time that I'll have it for, I guess, a few months because I plan on doing this alkaline diet for at least 3 months, just to clear my system, and then I'll probably stick to being either vegan or a vegetarian or something like that. I might incorporate meat later on, but I'm not sure. And then after that's done, you just want to repeat the process with the other half of pineapple and then the other pineapple because I have two. So now I am moving on to the mangoes, and I went ahead and washed them in the sink just to remove whatever is on the skin of the pineapple. And y'all, as you can see, I am struggling with this peeler. These pineapples weren't as ripe as I would have liked, but they were still good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was struggling, and eventually I do figure out another solution to peeling these because I was not about to sit here all day and try to simply peel this with this peeler because I was having such a difficult time. So I went ahead and got my paring knife, and I'm just cutting the pieces off, trying to stay as close to the peel as possible so that I'm not missing out on any of the amazing fruit and benefits that this mango has. Like I told you guys before, I absolutely love mangoes. They are so delicious. The only thing I don't like doing, of course, is peeling them and cutting them up. So if you want, there's alternatives. You can buy already cut up already cut up mangoes in the store. So that helps to cut down a lot of the time, but I found that they're a lot more expensive than just getting the whole fruit itself. So now after that, I just cut away the pineapple away from the seeds. Just be careful when you're cutting your fruit not to cut your fingers. It's very painful. Don't ask me how I know, I just do, and just take my advice. So after I cut up the mango into slices, I'll actually go through and just make these pieces a lot smaller. And then I'm going to move on to my lemons. I take out the lemons and I like to roll them just to get the fruit or the juice moving a little bit. And it just makes the lemon just so much juicier and it's so much easier to cut, in my opinion. I don't know, I've just been doing this forever and a day since I've been cutting fruit. I cut them in half and then I couldn't figure out like how I wanted to peel it or take out the pulp from it. So I just ended up peeling it like I would normally, like a regular, if I'm eating lemon. Yes, I do eat lemon on a regular basis because I love that sour taste. And as you can see, juice is flying everywhere, which is why I had to bring the bowl over so I wouldn't make a complete mess on my counter. So I'm just peeling the lemons, and lemons, they also help alkaline the body, but unfortunately they are not on Dr. Sebi's list. So after I'm done with these lemons, I'll be moving on to incorporating limes. So just repeat that process with the rest of the lemons. I just wanted to show you like the process that I go through. I didn't want to make this video super long, so I'm only showing you like part of the process. And I'm not even sure why I rolled the oranges. I never roll the oranges, but I'm going to split it up just to make it easier, and I cut them into fourths. And then I go ahead and peel them from there just the same way that I did from a lemon. Unfortunately, I caught on to that a little too late. And I started cutting it until it just dawned on me like, duh, how about you go ahead and peel it like you did the lemons? So eventually my brain caught up to what I was doing there. There you go. There you go, sis. So same thing, juice was going everywhere. So I had to bring over the bowl eventually. And just to prevent like everything not being so messy. And I'll show you one more time. I just cut them into fourths or quarters and peel them. And I just repeat the process. Do y'all see how many oranges is about to go in there? Let me tell you. Only good thing is I have nails, and that made this a lot easier in the peeling process. I don't know what to tell you. Just do your best. But these oranges look really, really fresh. So next to go in is my ginger. Now, as I took them out, I noticed they were really dirty. So I went ahead and I cleaned the ginger in the sink with a scrub brush, and I just scrubbed them really good. And then I was using a spoon to kind of get some of the skin off of it. And that is what the bowl looks like, how full it is. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, this is where, if you saw my Instagram post, you'll see why I'm laughing at myself, because first of all, I filled that sucker up way too much. Okay, it was way too full, and I've done that before, but I actually had the right piece in it this time. So as you can see, because I didn't have the right piece in there, the juice is coming out so slowly, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why is this juice coming out so slowly like this? And it took me quite a few times to realize, like, sis, you have the wrong piece in there. Because before I did this juice, I was making sorbet. So the sorbet maker is actually in there now. And then I'm like, oh, okay, there you go. It dawned on me. And then shaplow. Yeah, that really just happened. And it took me forever and a day to clean it up. I was like, oh my goodness, this is the first time I've recorded me making juice and this happens. Like, it was just the juice making of hell, okay? But I was so determined to get this video out to you guys. So it took me I think it took like 20 minutes to clean up all that mess. It was ridiculous. And the whole time I'm just sitting there, I'm laughing to myself, like, how could you be so silly and not realize, one, you had the wrong piece in there, and two, you actually did this to yourself. So now I'm putting I'm cleaning up everything. It was bad. It was really bad. But you know, you live and you learn. Things happen. It was error, mistake. Nothing's wrong with the juicer. So once I got everything together again, I just put the fruit back in there and just hope for a better time, because I don't want to do that again. So learn from my mistakes. And now, as you can see, now that I have the correct piece in there, we can juice the way we're supposed to be juicing, okay? So just fill it up, not all the way to the top, just put enough fruit in there just to have something to mush up, I guess you could say, or something to juice, and then hit start. See, the juicer does have like a fill limit, so I'm eyeballing that, and there you go. Now you can see the juicer filling up the way that it was supposed to in the first place, with the right attachment inside. And I'm still cleaning up, like it was terrible. But there you go. That's how the juicer is supposed to go. And I had to use my Vitamix container to put all this juice in. And I was surprised at how much juice I actually got, because it wasn't that, I mean, it was a lot of fruit, but like this juicer does an amazing job at getting all the liquid and the health benefits out of the fruit, and I absolutely love this juicer. It's called the Nama J, and I got it off of the Namawell website. I think they do sell them on Amazon, so I'll probably pop a link down in the description for you guys so that you can check it out for yourself. It is on the pricier side, but trust me, I've used a couple of other juicers, and none of the ones that I've used compared to this one. So if juicing is something that you want to do, or something you want to invest in your health, I highly suggest that you go ahead and get this juicer, because it is really good at juicing, and I use it all the time. And they have different attachments, as you could see. And my favorite one actually is not the juicer, it's the sorbet maker. So I'll be posting a couple of videos about how I make my own sorbet with all natural fruit, and it's a really fun process. It's fun to see and taste like what you created, and I just want to experience or experiment with different fruit and different things that I can do with that sorbet maker. But in the meantime, here is the pulp that is left over, and as you can see, it's a lot of pulp, but given how much juice and how much fruit was in that bowl, I say it did a really good job. And the pulp is like really dry, which is a good thing, which means that it extracted all the juice out of it how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna give my juice a little quick taste, see how it is, and then I usually, most of the time, like the juice is really strong. It's very concentrated, so I have to add water into it. Now you don't have to, but I do, because one, it's too strong for me to drink and I want to actually enjoy it. So I just add water in a little bit at a time. And yes, it's filtered water. I'm trying to find out a way to invest in getting spring water, because that is what's recommended on Dr. Sebi's list. But in the meantime, I am just using filtered water, and I only put my juices into glass jars. So I'll also leave a link to this down in the description so that you guys can check it out as well. They weren't pricey at all, not in my opinion, and it's well worth it, especially like if it's something that you want to do for your health and for long-term benefits. So I pour it into a measuring cup, because it's easier to pour into the jars as opposed to the big old Vitamix, and you're having to hold all that juice at one time. And I try to fill them up all the way to the top so that it reduces, I think it's called the oxidative process, but basically it just helps it last longer in the refrigerator, because once air is in there, it kind of like does some process. I don't know. I've tried it to see if there was a difference, and yeah, there's a difference. So you definitely want to go ahead and fill them up all the way to the top. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and pop the lid on and save it, put it in your fridge, and they're good for about a week. After a week, I don't advise drinking it, because they don't taste the best at all. In my opinion, it's kind of like they just went bad. So try to drink these as soon as possible. I'm going to be drinking these every single morning for breakfast, and there is the finished product, and it looks so good, and I cannot wait to taste them. And the jars come with these covers that help keep it insulated, and it's easy to carry. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos and more recipes like this one, and I also post about my natural products. So if you're interested, definitely hit that follow and subscribe button. But until next time, I will catch you in the next one. Mwah.